is a production of the Must-See TV Broadcast Network, like ShareJoin, and follow us for all the latest updates. Like what you see, then throw those stars and show your support. And don't be shy, subscribe to the caveman. He won't bite, and if you're watching us right now on YouTube, then you already know what to do. Smash that like and subscribe button. Even one view can prevent one puppy from being shaven. A big fist pump goes to Donna, AI, and Music Mint for the incredible music that is in this episode. All rights belong to Christopher Michael Egerhos, aka the Caveman. So if he's ready, and if you're ready, then let's kick this show off. Growl, growl.
Lights up on the screen, it's time to see 5 days a week, we're where you wanna be. Exclusive shows and reels, we got the vibe. Tune into the network, hop on Facebook Live. Riding with the stars in our unique groove. Laughter twists and turns within every move. Must see TV's the place to catch it all. Epic moments, big and small, give us a call. Oh, you know it's must see TV come alive. Every day we light the way on Facebook Live. Catch the magic, hear the roar, feel the beat. Must see TV, the place where worlds meet. Jump right in, the fun's about to start. Bringing shows and stories straight to your heart. With every post and every share, we're free. Gotta get that fix of must-see TV. Round and round, don't let this moment fade. Together on this ride, the best we've ever made. Get the popcorn ready, it's your time to shine. Must-see TV will keep you feeling fine. Oh, you know it's must-see TV come alive. Every day we light the way on Facebook Live. Catch the magic, hear the roar, feel the beat. Must-see TV, the place where worlds meet. Oh, you know it's must-see TV come alive. Every day we light the way on Facebook Live. Catch the magic, hear the roar, feel the beat. Must-see TV, the place where worlds meet. One by one, we take the dive into the shows that kept us alive. Remote in hand, the screen's our guide. The drama, the laughs, the twisty plots, the shows you love, the ones you forgot. Encore, encore, hit play again. Stories start and never end. One more look, one more time. We'll rewind, rewind, rewind.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Encore. Say hello, Roland.
Hello, Roland.
And let's not forget, my son, my beloved child that came from my semen, that came from my loins.
Wow.
Tyson Brighton, my son. How's it going, son?
Good, how are you? From your loins. Wow.
From my loving loins.
Wow. Thank you, Tarzan.
You're welcome. So, we're continuing with Dune Prophecies, The Penguin, and Resident Alien. Let's continue on the trend. Okay, let's just get Dune Prophecies over. I want to rip the Band-Aid off here. I have so many things to say about this episode, and none of them are good. So let's do it, my son.
Okay. For starters,
Nothing happened again, just to let everybody know.
no. Actually, I disagree with that.
Okay.
There was a lot happening. There was a lot of backstory going on. I feel like this was actually went somewhere for once. This actually made sense to me
Okay.
because it more or less it built up the one character and her family and
Yes, the
and got to-
Harkonnens. Yeah, it does like build off
Harkonnens
the
and-
Harkonnens and the rival with the Atreides, and yes.
right, which was actually I thought it was hard to understand.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest. I didn't know what was going on, and I was like, and then I finally realized, okay, they're going back and forth between decades and eras.
Yes.
The problem I have sometimes with Hollywood is that they don't match faces very well.
No, they don't. I mean, when you're talking about like a world, a rich world like Dune, right? Like a show like this needs to be very consistent when the way it tells its stories. And when you have an episode like that that's going through decades and going
Yes.
through times, it's hard to track because you don't have those audio cues. Like there's not one audio cue to suggest like, oh, we're in this time. Oh, we're in this time. Oh, we're
Yeah, they should actually, they should cue it and tell you,
Yeah.
okay, we're back here.
yeah,
Okay, now we're back in present time.
yes,
Where it's hard to follow because especially when the character as a youngster or as a young adult doesn't look like they do as an older adult. which
yes, yeah,
We all know that as we grow older, we're still recognizable.
yes.
You know, I'm sure they tried to match it the best they could, but they did a very bad job of matching.
They did a very bad job of actually writing, going in the writer's room and like storyboarding this and saying, okay, what is this episode supposed to be about? If there was one writer that stands up like, I think this episode needs to go through time and decades, I would stand up and I say, let's not do that. Here's why we shouldn't do that. And here's why it's a problem.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, getting actually into the actual story, it starts with the Mother Superior, and she's in the palace as she's leaving, continued on from the last episode.
Yeah.
And it says she's barred from the palace by the Emperor. And then it jumps to Lancavale. Lancavale.
Yeah.
Is that the planet, I would assume?
Or
And-
Arrakis? No, not
Or-
Arrakis. No, it's Lincolnville, yeah.
Lincolnvale. So, I mean, it's snowy. There's a mountain in the background, and there's a beast being skinned, which it turns out, I guess it's a whale, is what they kind of said. They alluded
Yeah.
to. And then it pans to this family, who are, what were their last names again?
Harkonnen.
Harkonnens, are sitting at the table.
Yeah.
And they're having dinner. And the one daughter speaks up and says, we need to be leaders. And her mother shuts her down and says, you're an entitled brat. And her brother, and she ends up storming out of the room, and her brother follows her. And they talk outside, and we find out that she has a power, and she saved him
Yeah.
from drowning.
I
With
just,
her mom.
I just resigned to, like, just because I'm such a big Benny Gesserit fan, and I know more than most, but not more than the average dude fan. I will say that. But when you have an interesting like concept as the Benny Gesserit, and you see them just getting butchered in a show like this for absolutely no reason, it hurts. It really hurts.
Well, I mean, the only issue I have with it is it was hard to follow the back
Yeah.
and forth. But once I figured it out, I was like, okay, this all makes sense.
Yeah.
But to get there, it was taking a while.
Yes.
Because I didn't know. I thought all of a sudden, okay, here's these new characters
Yeah.
that they've. And sort of it was because it's them as younger people, right?
Right.
So, I mean, the moral of the story is the brother ends up dying. And, I mean, you can do this in 2 seconds. The
Yeah.
one sister goes off, and she ends up, they send her off to school for the sisterhood.
Which, if you're a Dune fan, if you're watching this, if you're saying, that's not, listen, we've been through this before. Okay, just accept it's happening.
Yeah, and then the girl who died in the last episode, it goes back to that.
Yeah.
She's still there, and she's lying on the table. She's not there anymore. She's dead.
Yeah.
And what I come to find out after is it's the younger sister as a grown up. It was so. It's like I had no idea that's who she was.
Yeah.
And that's what made it so confusing. I'm like, what is going on here? I mean, I'm liking this. I like where the story's going, but I'm confused.
Yeah. I just think that you have 6 episodes, right? You don't have time to do this. For one, you don't, not really.
Right.
Concentrate in telling like a story that flows a little bit better than what you're trying to do.
Yeah, and then we go backwards again to the youngest daughter, and she's in the forest with this boyfriend, and then the whole tribe arrives, and they're all around there, and she is teaching a boy how to take the sock out of the animal that could, if you eat it, it's going to kill you, right?
Right.
Which I think was unnecessary because, well, it kind of wasn't unnecessary because this horse falls down and breaks his leg, and that's how she actually kills it. She goes and gets the serum and kills the horse with it, and it's a sudden death, and the horse feels no pain, which was a lot better than shooting the horse, right? But, I mean, she kind of claims that, it's toxic to humans, and the thing is, you'll ruin the animal. You won't be able to eat it if you break the sock, right?
Right.
So, but anyway, she uses it for good, I guess, to kill the horse. It's so. I like those parts of the story.
Yeah.
Because I was like, okay, this is so much better than having to watch the Emperor and what's going on there.
Right.
But I don't like the parts of the sisterhood of them going to them. I find
it's
them
that shouldn't be, because the show is about the Benny Gesserit, and you have this ridiculous line coming up here, where they're all in a class, right? And one of the teachers, one of the Benny Gesserit says, "We are more than lie detectors." All right. Okay. First of all, no one knows what that is. You're referencing something that no one knows what a lie detector is. Okay?
Right.
Second of all, it's a dumb line. It breaks. That's like having like a King Arthur story, a movie, saying, we're more than just, we talk, inserting a line of like a typewriter. It just, it breaks your conception. It breaks the reality of what the show's trying to portray. and what the story is trying to do. And that's a like whoever wrote that line should be fired. I'm sorry. You have much better lines out there that you could have thrown. Not breaking the world.
Yeah.
It's garbage. And you have this line coming up also where it's like all throughout this story, the Bene Gesserit's like, we are for the betterment of humanity. No, you're not. That's not what you do. That's not who you fucking are. Betterment of humanity? No. Like, those kind of lines. It's just, that's why I get so frustrated with the show. There's so much unique lore about the Bene Gesserit. So, it's so much. So it's just, we haven't even saw one Bene Gesserit on Arrakis making lore, or making mythology, and making legend. That's what they are. These Bene Gesserits are sharks in sheep's clothing. They go around to these planets. They make lore up. They make different religions up. They insert themselves into these people culture. And insert, like, they would make like their own Christianity up. And it takes years and years and thousands of years. I would be interested in that. And this is what this show is supposed to be about. But we haven't seen anything like that. Have we saw one thing of them going to these different worlds and saying, okay, let's do this. And having one Bene Gesserit and like insert themselves into these tribes or people's cultures and making in secrets these legends and lores and mythology about the chosen one, about the Messiah. No, but this is what the show is supposed to be about. It's just fucking insane to me. How can you do, like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
I don't know.
Who?
I don't know.
Who thought that was a good idea? Like, this is supposed to be about that. This show is supposed to be 1,000 years before Paul Atreides. This is supposed to be about inserting myth, lore, religion. This is supposed to be about how we got from point A to point B. Not a giant side quest that has nothing to do with anything.
Okay.
It just makes me. I mean, that's.
Point well taken.
Okay.
Point well taken. I mean, we still have lots of the show to try and go through.
All right. Okay. Let's.
Because, I mean, we've got to kind of try and explain it the best we can.
Yeah.
I mean, more or less, it's a back and forth between what's going on now and what transpired to get these characters to where they are now.
Yeah.
So we're getting that backstory, and we're getting the backstory of their lives as young women.
Yeah.
The older sister, you know, she's very rebellious and she wants more. The younger sister's kind of, until the brother dies, they're not that close. And they become close because, you know, let's be honest, like, the older sister ends up with the sisterhood and she's there, but she can't break herself free to become one of them. She's struggling to become one of them and to believe in the good of humanity, and she's very angry. And she's also got this thing inside of her when she makes this noise that is very powerful. And the Mother Superior at the time recognizes this and recognizes her strength and how much of an asset she actually is. Am I correct?
It's so fucking dumb. Yeah, you are correct.
Which it kept me interested. I'm not going to say I wasn't interested, because I was. I wanted to know what was going on. And then of course, the Mother Superior takes her under her wing, and she's trying to sway her towards them, right, to becoming the good of humanity, part of the sisterhood. The episode is actually called Sisterhood Above All.
Oh yeah, and they say that way too much in this
Right,
episode.
and they do
because
make,
we can't let because we can't have we don't trust our viewers. We have to say it. We have to say the episode.
right. So, then they pan back to Tula, who's the youngest daughter, and she's back in the village, and she is with her boyfriend, and he asks her to get married, and she says, well, we've only known each other a couple months, and then they kind of agree to it. And as all this is going on, the rest of the villagers are all out partying. And then it pans to the next morning, and there's not a sound being made. But she has also lied to him about who she is, what her real name is. These are actually the other family, the enemies to them.
The Atreides.
And she confesses to him that she is a Harkonnen. Her name is actually Tula Harkonnen.
And she kills him, right?
Well, first she goes out. He says it's awfully quiet outside, and then he goes outside, and he notices everybody's dead. And as this happens, she kills him.
Yeah.
And the boy and then all of a sudden, as she does this, the boy who is with her the previous day, gutting the animal, catches her and sees her, and then he kind of runs away, and then that's the end of that scene.
Yes.
She's done that was her plan, was to befriend them, and she ended up killing him for the good of her family.
Right.
But you get a sense of how messed up the family actually is.
Yes.
They're very dark, especially because they had killed their brother, right?
Right.
So it's leaning in the direction of what is going to happen. So, long story short, more or less, the older daughter goes in front, and they tell her she should go back home to figure out what she wants.
Right.
Right? And she's got to go home and figure out, and if she wants to come back, she can, but she has to be 100% into the sisterhood.
Yeah.
So she ventures off home, and the family does not want her there. Right? They make that perfectly clear. They do not want her there. And Tula is there, and Tula tells her what she did. And the family is irate and telling her, you didn't need to do that.
Yeah.
Why did you do that? And then they send the oldest daughter away. And long story short, it more or less ends up the two of them are going off to the sisterhood.
Right.
Right. And that's pretty much the whole premise of the episode, is this whole backstory about how they got there, and it keeps flipping back. It's still, they're going to have a funeral for the girl who died, or they're all grieving over the girl who's stable, and she's been there for days, right?
Right.
And it's Tula who's actually protecting her and was the one, and she feels bad for doing it. But they say, you know what, sometimes she knew what she was doing, and sometimes there's a sacrifice to be made. Right. So anyways, the episode more or less ends with Mother Superior, and she's still in the city. We're back in the city, and she meets with an old man. And then I finally realized, I said, we're back and forth in time. I didn't even realize that. Until the end, I had no clue. So then it ends with Tula trying to bring back this girl to life.
Yeah, so, for Dune fans that are going to be, rage quitting, I got you covered. So, in the episode, Mother Superior brings one of the girls down to a hidden chamber. And she goes, you cannot say what you've seen here. Behind this door lies unwanted technology or illegal technology or banned technology. And it's a big AI-generated computer, more or less. Now, I know, I get it, I understand, but just know that if you're watching these episodes, just know that this is not the Benny Gesserit that you know. I have consigned myself to not even consider this at all canon, because there's so much of this that doesn't make sense. And it's just so much, it's breaking of every single thing that's set up in the movies and in the books. AI technology is illegal. Computers are illegal for a very good reason, because of the jihad that happened a long time ago. And the real Benny Gesserit, they don't have this because they can do it on their own. That's the whole point of the Benny Gesserit. They do this. Instinctively.
I think the whole thing is just too much.
Yeah.
I think even what you're trying to explain there.
Yeah.
I don't know how you would even become interested in that.
Well, you see, in the movies, in Dune Part 1, this is all explained very well in 5 minutes.
Yeah, see, I've never watched a Dune movie. This is the first thing I've ever seen.
Yeah. So
I'm from the outside looking in, so I have no idea where. Sorry to the people, our listeners, or our watchers, people watching at home. I don't have a clue what I'm looking at.
Yeah.
This is all new to me. So this to me is a new story. And the point I'm trying to make is that by episode 3, I'm more intrigued. I am more inclined to watch because that was a good backstory.
Yeah. All right, that's fair, and that's what it should do, right? That's why we talk about this. That's why we have these shows. So, what would you give it out of 10, my friend?
Well, it's going higher. It's still not absolutely amazing, but I'll give it a 6.2.
The whispering stopped, which is good.
Yes.
I still love the atmosphere of the audio. I still like that. I have no problem with that. And the visuals are amazing and all that kind of stuff. I just have a problem with the writing and dialogue, and that my issue is still not changed. But I'm giving it a 4.5.
Okay, well that's better than I thought you were going to give it. So.
Yeah. Oh, I said Wheeler, I was giving this a 1. I said to him I was giving this a 1, but you talked my score up. So let us know.
I mean, I thought they did a lot better job.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, compared to episode 1 and episode 2, I think this is a improvement.
It was, and I was able to actually focus and have focus on it.
Yeah.
Where there's an actual story here. This is actually good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. So.
Yeah. So, guys, we want to know what you thought of this episode down below in the comments section. And we move on to The Penguin, episode 3, Bliss.
Yeah. Bliss. Okay. This was so good.
Bro, that is bullshit.
I really liked this episode.
I
was so good.
I would say was good. Better than episode 2. But I
like how they're building.
Yeah.
I like how he's so devious. Everything's calculated, right?
Is it though? Is it though at the end? Is it really?
Well, I don't know. I think he is. I think he's working an angle on everything. I think he's working,
Okay. All right.
He's got Sophia on his side.
Yeah, but at the end, I mean, we're gonna get to there. Okay, let's do it.
Okay, so it starts with the kid, and again we're in Gotham City, and it's going back. And if you recall, in the first episode, the very first episode, they talked about the levee breaking in Gotham City.
Yeah.
So this kind of pans back. It's the kid and his girlfriend with his friends on a rooftop, and it starts with him with his family having dinner or his dad's cooking dinner, and you get to see who his mom and dad are, and
Yeah.
he just says, you know what, I'm going out, and he's kind of arguing with his parents. So he's up on the roof with his girlfriend, and he watches as his family gets flooded out in their apartment and dies.
Right.
Which was pretty epic for the beginning. I thought that was a good.
Yeah, I did too. I thought that was very well done.
And there was a big explosion, and then the city floods. So that starts it off, and then we go to present day, and Oz is in a partnership with Sophia now.
Yeah.
So Vic, who is our character, our boy character, is in a discussion with Oz, and he puts him on a salary, and he says, "I'm going to pay you $1,000 a week." And the funny part was he asked for $2,000.
Yes. And Oz is basically like, fuck no. But I like your moxie, but hell no.
Yeah, exactly. Hell no. No, I'll give you $1,000. And I mean, $1,000, I mean, cash a week isn't so bad. That's not too much.
That's good. That's good money.
That's good money, right?
Right.
So anyway, Sophia shows up at the door, and she looks angry, and so anyways, she asks who he is, and he says, "Well, I'm a mechanic," and he says, he's like, "You work for Oz?" "Yeah, I fix his car." And she says, "Do you have a light?" And she's like, "You're a mechanic and you can't even work a lighter?"
Yeah, that was good. Yeah.
That was funny, right?
Right.
So, and then we find out that Oz was at one time Sophia's driver.
Right.
Right, so they go off somewhere, and she just says to him, like, "You can drive like old times." So more or less, then then the Oz calls his girlfriend, or no, did she call him? No, she called him.
Yeah,
She showed up.
yeah.
She called him, and it sounded like they had not spoken in a long time.
Yeah.
And I mean, she ends up showing up at Oz's house, and they make a plan, and more or less that plan is that Oz is going to go to California. She says, "I'm going to California," and he says, "Well, I want out of this." And he kind of explains to her what's going on. Like, he's working for this guy, but he feels like he's like, "I don't think I can get out of this."
Yeah.
And she said, "Well, that's more reason for you to leave.
Yeah.
Get out of this." So anyways, well, this is going on. Oz and Sophia end up at a lab, and they're looking at a new drug. It's the spores, more or less, I guess, on top of magic mushrooms.
Yeah, they're called Bliss. It's called
Bliss. They're
Bliss.
called Bliss. And they come up with devise a plan that they're going to try and put this on the street and make a ton of money off of it. So, I mean, as these two scenes are going on, you've got the Bliss thing, and then Oz and his girlfriend, so that's the backstory. And then he pulls out some money. Vic pulls out some money and says, buy me a bus ticket, and I'll meet you at the bus station at this time. I'll get out of this, right?
Right.
So you're thinking, there's no way he's going to be able to leave.
No.
Like, I didn't think he would be able to, right?
No, yeah.
So anyways, they kind of, Vic drives Oz to Chinatown. What was this?
Was it Chinatown?
Yeah, because
Yeah, it was Chinatown.
That's
Okay.
who they want to sell the
Yes,
drugs
to the
right?
triad. Yeah, to
To
the
the triads,
Yeah.
and the triads are very skeptical because they don't trust him. Nobody trusts this guy. No, because I would assume he's burned a lot of bridges along the way.
And I like that.
Right.
Right? I mean I like that thread in this show. Right? In this episode, no one trusts him at all.
Apparently he still owed him money for that
Yes.
truckload of
Yeah.
cigarettes, right? From the Falcone deal type,
Right.
or it wasn't the Falcones, the other mob
Right.
family kind of screwed, right? So anyways, Vic drives them there, And as he's waiting out in the car, a cop shows up. And he tells him, he rolled down the window and he's like, get out of the car. And he's
I
talking
don't know
to
when
him.
the stuttering came from this guy.
Stuttering comes up when someone's nervous, right?
Yeah, but like this, I don't recall episode 1 and episode 2. He had the stutter.
From the very first episode, when he caught him breaking into the car, when they were hijacking his car, he stuttered.
Okay, all right, okay.
Okay, yeah. So the stuttering.
Oh yeah. Okay,
always,
yes. Okay.
Right?
I'm recalling.
The stuttering's always
Yeah.
been there. So the boy starts stuttering in front of the cop, and more or less, what did he say? He says, "Where did you get all that money?" He says, pulls out like this wad of cash. Right?
Yeah.
He says, "Well, how does a boy like you have all the money?"
Yeah.
And more or less, the cop takes a bribe.
Yeah.
And goes away.
Yeah, I like that. It shows the corruption in Gotham City. I like that. I like that little detail.
Absolutely. I mean, this isn't our Gotham City with Adam West, Bruce Wayne.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? This
Right.
is this reality of what Gotham City really
Yeah.
is. So, anyways, so they do business, and finally says, Oz ends up closing the deal with this guy. He didn't want to do it, but he ends up closing the deal, and Victor ends up telling Oz a little bit about his back history,
Right.
and how father, and you get a little bit more about his father and how his dad was, he worked his butt off, but he was actually a chef in his heart.
Right.
In his heart, he was a chef. So, and then Oz says, the world isn't, not Oz says to Victor, he says, the world isn't set up for the working man.
Yeah.
You always need to have the upper hand.
Yeah.
So, anyways, then we go to a scene where they're telling the blonde-haired woman, who I believe she was in earlier scenes,
Yes.
to go see Johnny. I believe that was his name. Is he Johnny?
I think so.
Yeah, I think that's Johnny. So anyways, she goes over to see Johnny, and they know he's there, and they walk in and they bust him, and then they blackmail him.
Right.
And tell him to lie to the head of the triads. And, to get, this party drug on the street.
Right.
Because that's what they have to do. Like, they want to make money off this, and they need, they have to more or less blackmail him to get him on their side to make it happen.
Yes.
Which was kind of cool, right? Like, there's so much corruption in all of it.
Oh yeah. It's great. I agree.
So anyways, Oz and Vic and Sophia end up at the bar that night selling
The iceberg.
The ice.
Yeah.
Yes. They end up selling the drug, and they start at $20 a hit. And within, what did they say, like half an hour, they were up to $60 a hit.
Yeah, it's... So, Sophia, I have a problem with one of these scenes coming up, because Sophia is sitting down with another person of the triad. And she's explaining to him this drug, right? And she says, I know you know about my family, and I know about you, right? Your father
Right.
was a psychologist.
Yes, that's right.
And in Arkham Asylum, we had this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, hold up. This is a brand new drug.
Oh, yeah.
This is
Right.
a brand new drug. How do you know about this drug? Since this is just brand new.
Well, I mean, it's fiction.
Yeah, but you gotta write, like, you gotta be consistent here.
Yeah, but let's remember, it's also comic book fiction.
Yeah, but still.
It's for kids.
This show is not for kids.
I know, but it's based on comic books.
Yeah,
stuff,
but
which
this,
is, as
like-
a kid, we read comic books.
I think you're giving it too easy of an out here. This drug is brand new.
I get that, but I mean, when it comes to something like this, I'm not expecting an Academy Award.
No, but you expect consistency.
Well, I
Like
mean,
in talking,
it
like
is a little odd.
what would it be like? What it would take is like, in Arkham we had a drug similar to this, and what this did.
Yeah.
What would it take for that line
But
to
you
be
look
written?
like a guy that's always looking for the mistakes.
Yeah, but that's the whole fucking point of the show. That's the whole point. Ding dong.
Oh, let's give our viewership to decide whether or not
Yeah.
they're gonna like it, whether they want to watch it or agree with us.
It was a dumb line. It breaks continuity. It breaks structure. It certainly breaks flow.
True.
Because this betrayal that Oswald constructed and all this stuff was based on an intel of this brand new drug. That's how all this got started.
Okay, well, anyways, they're making a killing off the drug.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
regardless of that scene lie or not, they're still making a killing. And once it's finally all said and done, guess who's got to leave? The girlfriend's texting, and she's at the station waiting for him.
Yeah.
And Oz kind of catches him on his phone. He's like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "We got to go." And he's like, "Well," he's like, "Bail." He gets kind of mad. He's like, "Bail." He's like, "You're not stuck with me." And he says a whole bunch of really mean things to him.
And he says a dumb line. He says a ridiculous line. He's like, "You were never my hostage," or something to the effect of that.
Yeah. That's not a stupid line, I don't think. How is that a
You
stupid
literally pointed a gun to this guy's head and said, "You either work for me or I kill you."
line? Yeah. I thought it was good effect.
That was a threat. You either work for me or I kill you. And this I never kidnapped you. I never forced you. Yes, you fucking did.
Well, more or less he did, because he caught him doing something. He's like, "I'm not going to kill you, but I need you to do stuff for me."
Yeah.
So that's how that went down.
He's like, "I'm not going to kill you. I am. If you're not going to work." He basically pointed a gun and said, "You work for me or you die, son."
Well, yeah, but the thing is that I think he was trying to make a point to him more than anything. He's trying to he put a gun to his head. It seems like he's going to kill him, but he doesn't. He lets him go.
Yeah, I know, but just to say, you could have walked away anytime you want. Excuse me? I didn't force you to do anything. Yes, that would be true if at one point in this, he would have said, "I don't need you anymore. You can go."
Right.
That would have made sense, and this line would have made more sense. It was like, "I never forced you. You could have walked around," and then you're like, "Yeah, that actually makes sense." But when he says that, you're like, "Yeah, no, that doesn't. No, no, that certainly no."
Right. Well, anyways, how does it end?
No, you tell us.
Very well.
Yeah. Oh,
He
they go
gets
up like Oswald and the girl goes up. They have a bonding moment and they cry together. And
Oz
you,
admits that
yeah.
he screwed her over. And then
No,
Oz
he
gets-
doesn't. He doesn't admit. Yeah, he does, but
He does.
he walks that line. He
Yeah.
doesn't say I killed your brother. He doesn't say that.
No, he doesn't say that, but he's talking about years ago.
Yeah.
Screwed her over. He's not talking about killing the brother. He's not saying that. I don't think he's ever going to admit to that. So, anyways,
Even though she knows that he's the rat, but we're supposed to be pretending that she doesn't know.
right,
We know
exactly.
that she knows. We know, but we.
That he's the rat.
Yeah.
Exactly. But regardless, Oz gets confronted by another woman who I assume is with the
other family. Yeah.
the other family. And just when you think Victor is going to the train station or to the bus station,
Yeah. He comes
saves
back.
the day.
Yeah, he comes
He
back.
comes back and he kills them with the car.
Yeah.
And they take off. And
Yeah.
that's it. And Oz is
That
all
was a
happy.
great scene. I mean, when they like smack.
Yeah. And then he's like, I knew you'd come back.
No, he didn't. Like, here's the thing. I love that scene. That scene was so good.
Mhm.
That scene is, again, too convenient. Like, too convenient.
But isn't most of Hollywood too convenient? I mean, you wouldn't have a story if it wasn't.
Yeah, but, I
don't
mean,
build-
but
you
we're
don't build
told
characters.
this is the story of the Penguin getting, like,
Yeah,
we're,
but you don't.
like,
You don't build characters in a show for them to leave for the most part. You
no,
know
no,
they're
I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about Oswald. Any serious thing happens, any like big moment, it works
Right.
out perfectly for him, and it just seems like there's too much convenience. You know, I would like if this story says, okay, this is going to be the rise of the Penguin. Okay, there should be, we should see him learning from some mistakes. Don't give
Right.
him an out all the time. The family comes, yeah, dum dum, you didn't check in on them all day. They want
Right.
answers. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Let's see some real street smarts on this guy. Let's say, like, I need to cover all my bases, not 95% of my bases.
Right.
That's all I'm saying. That was a great
Right.
scene. I liked it. I just want to see a little bit of that going forward. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So, I mean, that's the episode.
Yeah.
I think we touched on most of it. It's pretty much cut and dry of how it went down.
What would you give it?
I give it an 8.2.
I give it
What?
a 7.8.
Okay.
7.8.
Close.
Definitely better than episode 2, for sure.
Yeah.
So we want to know what you thought of this episode down below in the comment section, and we move on. Oh, buddy, Resident Alien episode 3, Secrets.
Yes.
This episode was so great.
I thought you were going to say this episode sucked because
No,
we were going to
no.
argue about that.
No, it was so good. It was, oh, dude, the bits in this
it-
episode. It was
And
chef's
a lot
kiss.
of good, and a lot of good comedy.
Oh, yeah. All right, kick us off.
More or less, it starts more or less. Does he not say he says kill Harry?
Yeah.
Or he killed Harry. He killed Harry.
Yeah, he kills Harry. Yeah, he killed him.
He killed him.
The starting of the episode, right, where the kid's mom visits him.
Yeah, but that's not. That's a few.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah.
This is the very beginning.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Because he's confessing he's got to find the body, right?
Yes.
And then he's lying there and he's talking about sleep and he's lying there and he's like, oh, these humans are so weird. It's like a weakness. They need at least 8 hours sleep for their bodies to regenerate.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he's going on this rant about that, and then he's like, I've got so much to do. I have to find this device. I have to find pieces of my ship. I've got to kill mankind. He's got this whole list of things.
Yeah.
What does he say? I've been here 4 months now, and I haven't done anything.
Yeah.
So anyways, so he's out. Then he's out. He goes out to start trying to find pieces of his ship, and he finds one. And you see these two people up on the mountain. And at first, I thought that it was flares, but it was actually dynamite. I would assume they throw it over the side of the mountain, and he has just found a piece of his ship. And what happens? An avalanche comes along and buries it.
Yeah. That was great.
So that was so good. So again, he's complaining that he's set back a week and he had all these plans. And this is when a woman shows up at his door, and it's the mayor's.
Oh, this bit is so good. It's so good.
And then
She's concerned with his son, and she's showing him pictures. She comes in, she shows him pictures. And he's like, aliens are pretty cool, by the way.
Yeah.
That was great.
Exactly. So anyways, and at one point, like, she's speaking and he's about to kill her.
Yeah.
And what you think she's going to say, like, is confronting him about being an alien, but it's not.
No, it's not. No.
So, right. And it's pretty funny. And he's like, he's stumbling, right?
Right.
So she just figures, he's drawing pictures and there's,
These pictures are really great. They're super accurate.
Yeah.
And the facial expressions of this guy, it just adds to the comedy. It's like the sheer horror. That's what he looks like.
Yeah. And I mean, there was one part where he's saying, like, something about this alien's really ugly, and he's like, well, humans are ugly too.
Yeah.
Or something like that, right?
Yeah.
So, anyways, the funny part is the kid confronts the alien. He goes after him. The alien goes after him again.
Right, yeah.
And he calls the kid a dickhead.
It's
But then the kid outsmarts the alien.
Yeah, it's like, you're stupid. We don't have any towers here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, it's just great Abbott and Costello bit going on with these guys. And here's the thing with this scene. They know it works, but they don't give us the farm. They give us a little taste to come back to see what their interactions are going to be like next. And great. It's great.
After this season, because there's 3 more seasons, and I'm like, we're just in the 3rd episode, and I'm like, does this just go on like this?
I hope so.
I mean, I'm intrigued, right?
Yeah.
And of course, then they discover a foot.
Yeah.
And they discover that there may be a dead body in the lake.
Yeah. Him.
So the best is, he says something about, this is what happened on my Law and Order marathons I was watching.
Yeah.
So, and then he also attributes, the alien, that he's feeling human emotions.
Yeah.
And then they come to a part where they say, like a boat propeller hit the foot of the body and took it off.
Right.
And he takes the foot out of this bucket of ice and puts it beside his own foot and says, this could be my foot.
Oh, that's so fat bit, but just like the earnesty is really, really good. It's what really drives the comedy. It really does.
Oh yeah. Like, and then the whole the scene with the baby. And like this, like, take a kid, look at this kid's prick. Yeah.
And he's talking about circumcising, and the mother's like, no. And the guy's like, well, actually, do you want your kid having sexual diseases?
Yeah, exactly.
Because what happens is he's going to cut the head of the penis off, and he's going to give it to the officer for DNA.
Yeah, which is crazy.
Yeah.
So anyways, they end up on his property looking for the body. The cops are out there looking for the body. He's back home. And of course, he's watching them to see what's going on. And then the two girls are also in the assistant at the doctor's office.
Yes.
Who likes him?
Yeah.
They're camping out, watching what they do.
Yeah.
Oh man, what about him and the alien in the cowboy hat?
Oh, that's great. That was great.
Did you notice the alien has 4 arms?
Yeah, I did.
yeah, it was pretty. There's a lot to see, like to just watch.
Yes.
And not as you're listening, you have to watch and
Yeah.
really pay attention to what he's actually doing, because it's brilliant. It's
Right.
brilliantly filmed. Is very good in certain
Yes.
spots. Well, so they haven't found the body, but does he not? He finds the body.
Yes, he does. He does.
So a funny scene is that they show up at the door and they say, "Well, we're shutting it down for tonight."
Yeah, and the
We have
dog is like, ah,
The dog
ah.
goes crazy and runs in the house and then runs down to the basement, and he's like right in front of the freezer.
Yeah,
And the sheriff comes in and he opens up the freezer, and you're like, oh my God, he's going to be busted.
yeah,
And he pulls out bison meat.
yes. That's good.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, overall, there's a lot going on, but not a lot going
Right.
on. You know, the building. There's more comedy than
Right.
anything. You just have to watch the episode through, and
Mm-hmm.
you get a really good feel for how
Yeah.
how they've really made it comedic. So, what was they're in a bar in
Yeah.
New Mexico talking about the alien,
Yes,
right? It kind of, but that kind of flipped around.
right.
And talking about the alien, and then the funny part was they end up, I
Killing him.
guess they're aliens because
Yeah.
they kill the guy.
Yeah.
The guy who's telling them about the alien, they end up killing him.
Yeah,
And then the story ends there.
right, right.
So,
I'm
it's
really
hard to-
interested in episode 4.
Yeah, I can't wait for the next episode.
Yeah.
Right.
I gotta be honest, I was tempted to binge the first season, but I said no, I don't want
Right.
to do that. I can't. I can't do that.
Yeah, this is, of the 2 seasons we have done, I
Yeah.
think this is my favorite show.
Yes.
So,
Yeah, me too. Me too. What would you give it?
I give it a 8.9.
I give it a 9. I give it a. You give it a 8.9. I give it a. I'm gonna give it 8.9 too. Why not? No, I'm
Yeah.
gonna. I'm gonna give it a 8.9.
I mean, I could go higher.
No,
but-
no, no. I'm giving it an 8.9. So we want to know what you thought of this episode and everything we talked about on this episode of Encore. Our schedule should be dropping either Sunday or Monday. We're back to 2 days a week, but have no. We're on the hunt. We're on the hunt, and I'm told Alan Keyes is going to be back really, really soon. So we're going to be back fully running in no time. Thank you for all your patience with us. And until next week, take care, be safe, be well. We love you all. 40,000 plus. And may the force be with you. My friend, take me home.